All right. Hey, everyone. Todd here, internalarchitect.com. In this video, I wanted to talk about the things that I just can't get out of my head and the things I can't stop thinking about while I'm going through treatment. This is kind of an important one for me because it's been a week since my second round of chemotherapy, and I've it's safe to say that because of kind of the circumstance that happened to me a week ago, kind of leads the door open to a lot of things. And the reason why I wanted to talk, the biggest reason, is because a week ago I went in for my second round of treatment and ended up having an allergic reaction to the targeted chemotherapy that targets the lymphoma and works like a Trojan horse. Goes in and gets it from the inside. It kills the cells from inside, and it does really more damage to the fast growing cells of the lymphoma than it does anything else. And I had an allergic reaction, which means that the first time I had it, I went through, my body accepted it and it dealt with it, but it recognized that it was a foreign object, a foreign body, and kind of just played it out. And I didn't have any issues and whatever. So fast forward 21 days to my second round of chemo. We do the infusion. I get halfway through it and I just broke out in hives. I ended up having tunnel vision, ended up having my throat started to kind of close up on me, and I was starting to have labored breathing and just a whole lot of things. I had a fever. It was pretty intense. And fortunately, all the nurses at the Shaw Clinic were right there and were able to start administering the things for allergic reactions. I ended up getting an IV of liquid Benadryl. Ended up having a shot of adrenaline, a small shot of adrenaline, to raise my heart rate and my blood pressure back up, and everything else. I was on oxygen. It happened really quick, which is kind of crazy. And because of this, now my treatment and everything of what we had planned and what we had kind of scheduled moving forward is all changed. So I guess the best way to put this is, now I run scenarios. Like, I can't help it. Like, now that I can't do this, what does that mean? And I'm running scenarios of, like, what is my treatment going to be like? What is, what does the future have for me? What is, there's just so many different pieces, and thinking about, all there's a couple different things on the table, and there's probably some other stuff that I don't even know about yet, as my oncologist and my transplant doctor in Denver are communicating and starting to figure this out. At this point, we're going to be getting a scan here a week from tomorrow, and at least see how much shrinkage we were able to get with 2 courses of this treatment. And hopefully we have had enough to really have shrunk everything down to be able to maybe even do some radiation in the spot that is really causing the problem here. That is kind of best case scenario. I don't know if that means that I'm going to be doing a different type of treatment. I don't know if that means that a different type of chemo might be used. All I know is we can't use that targeted chemo, which I was very hopeful in using moving forward to deal with the lymphoma and within this reoccurrence. So, those are the kind of the things that are weighing on in my head, just what's next, and running the scenarios, running everything through, like what is next? What am I going to be doing? Is the chemotherapy going to be something like we did before when I was originally diagnosed, or is it going to be something completely different? Are we looking at immunotherapy moving forward? Am I going to look at an allogenic transplant? I don't know, So there's all these questions and all these things that are swimming around in my head. And at the same time, I'm, thinking about, just quality of life. I'm thinking about, I think because I had this allergic reaction, I've had a little bit of a harder time recovering. I actually feel good right now. Still dealing with a little bit of gut stuff and whatever, but that's to be expected. But just all in all, just having, just having that scare and having that happen really makes it a little bit more difficult to just kind of know what is going on, feeling as sick as I have, feeling just, I mean, you, for those of you that have been through chemotherapy, you totally get it. You're not sure of how to think. You're not sure of how to react. You don't know what the future is, but yet, I'm still taking it one day at a time. I'm really trying to not think too much about future because it's so unpredictable. I mean, I was very confident that I was going to be tolerating this this chemotherapy that I had an allergic reaction to. I thought, because of how I came out of it the first round, I was doing really, really good. And in fact, it was completely the opposite. The switch happened. So it just goes to show you it's really hard to try to strategize and try to create scenarios in your head where you are trying to not predict, but try to give yourself some sort of hope and an outcome that is going to be favorable for you moving forward. And that's where I'm at. And that's why that's where I'm my frustration lies right now, is just trying to just allow myself to deal with the thoughts and deal with the emotions and the feelings as they come. It was scary to see my wife kind of react to this. And, she wasn't there during the actual episode, but she was there, within 30 minutes after. And it was tough watching her do this. I feel bad that I'm even having to put my family through this. And I know that, this is just part of, this is part of family. This is part of what we do. This is, I would do the same thing for my wife. I'd probably be by her side the exact same way she has been on with me. And so I can't beat myself up too much about this, but I do try to give myself a little bit of solace knowing that, there is a positivity, there's positive light at the end of this tunnel. And I know there is, and I know I'm going to get through it. It's just, I think with everything that's happened in the last 2 weeks with my father passing and this allergic reaction happening, it makes you take a step back, and it makes you just kind of like really just be a lot more present in the now and in this moment. And you just need to take that time to just really assess kind of everything that's going on, but not try to strategize. And so that's why it's really, you have to be cautious into how much you strategize your future. You do everything you can. We all want to be successful. We all want to have a lot of money. We all want to, be able to travel and do all these things, and that's kind of the tough part about going through this, is like a lot of those dreams and a lot of those ambitions kind of get put on hold, and your goals kind of tend to change to more of a survival instinct. And let's start pushing forward in making sure that we can get through this bit before we start really rebuilding as a survivor. And so that, that's kind of where I'm at. And that's why I'm really, it's been nice because I've gotten back to work. And definitely struggling because I just feel weak, I feel like I still need to sleep. I feel like my body it got a little bit more beat up because of the allergic reaction and just the stress that it caused in that. And so I'm reminded to just take the time and take the energy to rest and kind of just be, live in the now, live in the moment than it is to try to strategize the future, because, hell, who knows what the future is going to be like. at the end of the day, the big thing for me is just continuing to share with you what is going on, how this is affecting me, and the things that are going through in my head. And I think that it's going to be super beneficial for you that watch this, knowing that, you're not alone. And that is the biggest challenge for me. And just one, just trying to get in here after treatment, and two, just sharing this with you. And it feels good. It's like a nice creative side for me to help you work through these feelings, these emotions that you're going through as a patient and even as a survivor, because that's how this whole thing started, was just trying to give all the information that I have as a survivor to you. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, by all means, hit me in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so you know when I put out a new video. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you watching the videos. And, check out some of the backlog. I actually hit on a lot of really, really important topics. And if I'm totally correct, this is my 200th video. So I'm pretty stoked. I'm going to keep doing this and pushing for 3 videos a week, and just working on a couple different ideas that I think will help kind of share this entire thing with you as a patient and as a survivor. So again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time and energy, and I will see you on the next video.